When people hear James Smith speak for the first time, they're oftentimes blown away by his tell-it-like-it-is style. Unfortunately, the authenticity with which he speaks has become a rarity in today's time frame. James Smith did not start out with any level of financial wealth or privilege. James's mother was a school teacher and his father was a pastor, and during James's earliest years, he remembers traveling to and from churches across the Southwest listening to his father preach. While it is sometimes difficult to trace the origin of why we speak or act in a certain way, James feels that a lot of his communication style was shaped by his father's ability to cut to the core of an issue without beating around the bush. After high school, James enrolled at Southern Nazarene University in Oklahoma, but had to find a way to cover tuition and living expenses. When James was a teenager, a family friend mentored James and showed him how to buy and sell real estate. As a teenager, James was able to buy and sell a property and make more money than his parents did in a year combined with master's degrees. James knew that he had a good thing going with investing, and he began to build his portfolio. Upon graduation from college, James moved to Florida to work for Xerox Corporation. At the time, they were one of the most competitive employers around, and while James learned a tremendous amount from his tenure in corporate America, the biggest lesson that he learned was that unless you have a positive and passive cash flow stream coming in from your own investments, you will never have true security and control over your life. Throughout the 70s, 80s, and 90s, James was buying single-family residential properties from distressed banks and distressed sellers. In fact, a substantial portion of the properties that James owns today were purchased during the economic downturns of the 70s and 80s. It wasn't until James had a six-figure annual income and a seven-figure net worth from real estate that James ever took the stage to teach others how to follow in his footsteps. In the last 10 years alone, James Smith has spoken to more live audiences in the United States about real estate investing than any other speaker. He has spoken alongside every living president and high-ranking members of state, including Rudy Guiliana, Madeleine Albright, Colin Powell, and F.W. de Klerk. Although James is regularly in front of groups ranging from 5 to 40,000 people, it is his passion and commitment to personally attend every training event that he can so that people know that he passionately stands behind the training that bears his name. The reason why James's message is so authentic is because he isn't discussing an exciting concept, he's discussing his life and the tools that he used to become wealthy. James knows that behind every successful entrepreneur and investor is a mentor. James had a mentor, and through the James Smith Company, he is willing to be your mentor. If you have any questions about any of the trainings offered by the James Smith Company, please call 800-270-3357 or email customerservice@jamessmithcompany.com.